Hello, it is me, Alec McHaircut. My face is turning red. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. I used to make comedy videos with my friends that would sometimes be funny. I haven't released a video in a year, and the channel is getting a... Light just went out. I'm not gonna fix it. Last year, I had a video get over 300,000 views and stay on trending for like 3 days. And today, the channel is getting about 50 views a week, whereas at the beginning of 2022, it was getting about 2,800 views a week. So the question is, what happened to me? Well, first of all, to all of the Ride or Die fans, all 3 of you, I'm sorry for not uploading in a while. I really have no excuse other than I just didn't really want to. Most YouTubers have like all their reasons, like I was burned out or taking a creative break, or I have really big future projects that I was working on. And you know, all of that's probably true of me too, but quite honestly, I just didn't want to make any funny videos for you guys. Yeah, I won't try to make that sound any cooler than it is. I personally always wondered why YouTube channels that I really liked and had good content and were meeting with some success, why they would sometimes just fizzle out and disappear and you wouldn't hear anything from them anymore. And so I thought I would make a video about what happened to my channel in case any of you were curious. Chapter 1, Success That Kills. As I mentioned earlier, we had a video blow up at the beginning of the year. The Matt Damon crypto video had so many views that we were able to monetize the Fireplace channel. Yippee! It seemed like we were headed on an upward trajectory. We were not. Views went right back to normal after that video. It was a flash in the pan. So slow growth is hard, but a drop of huge success is devastating at that point. The problem was that the Matt Damon video wasn't really like anything else that was on our channel. In fact, nothing on our channel is really like anything else on the channel. And I don't really like making one kind of video. The Fireplace YouTube kind of looks like it's run by a schizophrenic guy, right? Yeah, he gets it. And because of this, I think it was hard for newcomers to latch on to anything. Where's the other Matt Damon videos? No crypto videos? Unsubscribe. So this put me in a weird spot creatively, because I knew I didn't want to just start making parody commentary videos, because there's enough people doing that and they get annoying to me after a while, because you're just racing after who gets to get their, you know, grumpy takeout on this thing first. And that's, yeah, I'm gonna make a whole video about that. But anyways, I didn't want to do that. But also, that kind of video was what got me my first really big success. So, I did the smart thing and compromised. 2 weeks out of the month, I would post something I thought was relatable. And then every other week, I would be my normal, bizarre, unrelatable self. This is what the pros call shooting yourself in the foot. It had the potential to please everybody, and I think in the end just ended up annoying everybody, including myself. In any case, views started plummeting, which had happened before. Views they ebb and flow. But this was the first time it had happened with a really big success behind me that I was moving away from. There's a weird feedback loop that starts happening around this phase. It started happening to me around this phase. The less views a video would get, the less effort I would put into the next video. And because of that, the quality of the video would obviously go down, which would affect people enjoying it, which would directly correlate to the amount of views it would get, and so on and so forth. The demotivation machine churns on within. It's hot out here. Look. That shine is just the sweat from itching my back. I never thought I would be someone who would be motivated by views. But if you look at a couple other things that were going on in my life at the time, it kind of makes sense. I'm going inside. Okay, chapter 3, the other women. Good to be back in the AC. Which, as you noticed, is rigged up because I live in New York now. I'll explain that later. Around August of 2022, I started seriously trying to record music. And I expected it to be a grueling grind of a learning curve, and it was. But it also turns out I really enjoy it. So much so that I put out a little album called Fall. You should check it out. It's really good. It's on Spotify. It's by Samuel Samuel. That's my artist name. You should really listen to it. Please listen to it. It's so good. And I don't just mention this to plug my own music, although you should listen to it. It's really good. Please check it out. Samuel Samuel, Fall. I don't just mention this to plug my own music, but because I honestly think it contributed to my lack of motivation towards YouTube. And here's why. I discovered this new and exciting world where I could make art that meant a lot to me and other people. And all it required was countless long, lonely hours in my bedroom making weird noises, which is something I already love to do and was already doing quite frequently. The logistics that go into administrating and planning and editing a YouTube video compared to making a good song are probably less balanced than you'd think. At least for the things that I love doing, I don't love administration at all. And the rush of making a good song still feels way better to me than making a funny video. Also, around September of 2022, the Fireplace Gang picked up our first film festival award for our short film, Blue. That felt really good. It made me feel like we might be able to do the filmmaking thing professionally. And at the same time, we were prepping to shoot a pilot for a series, a TV show we want to make about a goth high school boy. It's like Freaks and Geeks meets Atlanta kind of thing. Very cool and exciting. And so, all that to say, the presence of the traditional filmmaking world was beginning to become more of a reality in my mind at this time. It's hard to compare interacting with people in person who have just been moved by your art and have questions, and getting an award. It's hard to compare that with YouTube comments, at least for me and my personality. On top of all of this, my real life job as a youth director at this time was starting to become a little bit more emotionally difficult than it was before. It was just requiring more bandwidth than it had before. I don't know about everybody else, but it's really hard for me to have any kind of creative output towards my artistic projects when a lot of my energy is going towards putting out relational trouble and relational fires and working on that. And I think it's because all of my imagination is going towards having conversations with people, and like practicing them in the shower and in the mirror and in the car and all those places before bed. That's where all my imagination is being utilized instead of it being directed where I want it to go, which is fart jokes. And in these times, it's especially hard for that creative energy to go towards a direction that I'm not enjoying as much. Around this time, something really interesting happened to my brain. It stopped thinking of jokes. No more jokes. They were gone. I used to think of like funny video ideas all the time. They would just pop into my head while I was going about my business, making my breakfast, wiping my butt, etc. That was gone. I couldn't get it back. But I gave it some time and thought, and I started to realize that it wasn't that I wasn't creative anymore, thankfully. It was that my focus had shifted. My creative focus had shifted. Punchlines were no longer popping into my mind, but melodies were. It was a strange phenomenon that felt mostly out of my control. But I don't think I'm the first person that it's happened to, and definitely I don't think I'm the first YouTube creative that it's happened to. So in short, I found creative outlets that were more satisfying to me than YouTube. And to be brutally honest with you, I haven't really missed YouTube very much. Making fireplace videos was so fun, and I really needed it in a very lonely season of my life. But that season is over now, thankfully. I look at it very fondly. I learned so much during that time about creative discipline and relationships and just being a human in general. I owe a lot to to those years. 17-year-old Alec really needed that. And a 22-year-old Alec doesn't. If you were an OG Fireplace fan, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching. You helped a young man mature in ways that you will never understand. I don't even fully understand. We had a lot of good times together. So, as much as I would like to think that my experience of fizzling out on YouTube is completely unique and there's nobody else like me in the world and I am a snowflake, I'm pretty sure that's not true. Which should bring you some comfort. It brings me some comfort and hope, because I used to think that these cool, creative YouTube people that I looked up to had given up on their dreams and taken some corporate job and sold out to the man. And I just don't think that's true. I think most people, when they stop uploading, probably just found something more satisfying to them. Maybe it is a corporate job. Some people like that stuff. Or having like a kid, or getting in a relationship and realizing, oh, I really wanted attention. That's what I wanted. And now I'm getting love from this person and I don't feel the need to make YouTube anymore. Whatever it is. That's cool. That's probably what it is. Except for there's probably some people who gave up on their dreams, and that's really sad, but that's not where we're going right now. That's not what I did. I have not given up on my dream. I'm still chasing my dream. Hard. Chapter 4, take 1, what now? Oh. We're still here. Well, you're probably wondering, Alec, if you don't find YouTube satisfying, then why am I currently watching a video on YouTube of you talking about how you don't find YouTube satisfying? And to that I say, good question, and very well worded. You have a future in this industry, kid. Well, in order to answer that question, I'm going to have to take you all the way back to the beginning. No, not that far, silly. You see that guy? That's me, in our last comedy video, which came out on June 7th, 2022. It was called Crustbuster, and I still love it, even though you can feel the lack of passion oozing out of every frame. It still makes me laugh. It got a little over 100 views. On August 19th, 2022, my album Fall came out under the artist name Samuel Samuel. It's on Spotify and Apple Music. I'm telling you, you should listen to it. It'll make you feel melancholy. That's what my friends said, so please. On September 10th, our short film Blue picked up the Best Short Narrative Award at Full Bloom Film Festival in Statesville, North Carolina. The vlog of us at that film festival is currently the newest video on the Fireplace channel. Also at this festival, we met a couple of very nice people who invited us to another festival in California that was happening in January. We said yes. Also, Blue is coming out very soon. This year, maybe. No, I promise, this year. I think I promise, this year, Blue will come out, and you will see it. Sorry if that was too aggressive. Late October 2022, we shot the pilot for our Goth Freaks and Geeks / Atlanta show, and it was probably our biggest technical shoot, and it was a blast. I loved it. I'm going to be releasing sneak peeks of that show in the coming months for you all to see. Okay, so this is where it gets kind of crazy. Around Thanksgiving of 2022, my dad told the Fireplace gang, us, which is just my family, that he had gotten a job in New York City, and he invited us to all come up there and live with him and Mom and chase our dreams and stuff. So, obviously we said yes. This was truly an unexpected turn of events and started the chain reaction that has now led to me appearing before you in digital form. But more on that later. On New Year's Eve of 2022, we got to screen the pilot for our show to the cast and crew, and it was really fun, and I realized it wasn't quite there yet. So I went back to the editing room. Sometimes you have to show it to a lot of friends and family and feel the weight of them not laughing at parts. Feel them not feeling it in order for you to feel like you need to work on it some more. In January 2023, that's this year, in case you were wondering, the Fireplace gang flew all the way across America to Borrego Springs, California, where we went to the Borrego Springs Film Festival, and that was really fun. Blue won their Golden Cookie Award for Best Short Narrative. Blue is really good. You're gonna want to see it. We also got to visit the spot where they filmed the rock scene for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and that was truly life-changing. And also I met a girl who would later become my girlfriend and then also later become my ex-girlfriend, but I am getting way ahead of myself. In March of this year, Samuel, which is my band, played our first live show in Statesville, North Carolina, and it was actually arranged by the people who do the film festival there. Shout out to Charles and Brandon at Full Bloom Film Festival, I love you. And we rocked the night. In April and May, the Fireplace Gang toured around the country with a musical called The Story of God. I played Jesus, for obvious reasons, but it's actually really, really good and you should check it out. And in June, we moved to the Big Apple, New York City, the city that never sleeps, piss corner capital of the world, and I love it here. I'm really enjoying it. Having a great time, making friends, doing freelance film work, and unlearning my eye contact skills, which sucks because I feel like I just learned them. I was just getting good at it and now I'm unlearning the eye contact skills. And that basically brings us to now. Living in the city, trying to get my show made, working on a feature screenplay, and getting ready to release more new music very soon. With the move to New York, I feel like I've been given this massive chance to take a big swing at my dreams. And it also seems like my art in its small little corner of the art world has been gaining some real momentum for the first time. And people are starting to notice. I'm at this intersection that's just crazy in my life and unexpected, and I really don't want to waste it. I feel like it's time to go balls to the wall, which is one of my favorite phrases to say. It's time to go balls to the wall with all of my creative talents and utilize every single one of my creative resources. So I've been thinking, what creative resources have I been underutilizing lately? Thus, the relaunch of the Fireplace YouTube channel. Yeah! And I know what you're thinking. I was just saying how I... But that was like 5 minutes ago. So let's just... I don't even remember what I was talking about, what I was saying. But no, I am going to be approaching it differently, genuinely. And not going to be releasing on such a rigid schedule anymore. And also I'm going to shift to more of a video essay format. I know, but they'll still be funny. Obviously, there'll still be jokes because I can't not be funny. It's who I am. I'm a funny guy. I'm a funny guy. I've realized that while I may not be passionate about making funny videos, something I am passionate about, and this has taken time to learn and discover, but I'm 22 now and I know everything there is to know about myself. I am passionate about helping young people think good. That's something I can do on YouTube, and I think the world needs more young people who can think good. I don't claim to be the best thinker, but it's something I'm passionate about. I like helping young people, people my age, think good. I think that's going to be, I'm going to aim for that niche with this channel now. And I'll talk about that more later in a later YouTube video. But for now, hello again. I'm sorry I was gone for so long. I'm back now, and I'm different. You may not like me now, and that's okay. But if you want to come along for whatever this is going to be, I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but if you want to come along for whatever this is going to be, you're very welcome. And I think it's going to be fun.